Howdy, tubers and footers. Yay! We did it. Got our blood work done, and it was good. So I have gone to every 6 months now. So what do you think about that? That's pretty exciting. I'm excited. Yay! So we're here to celebrate, chitty chat, have a good time. I think my ear is falling. Um, And I got stuff to open. I've got lottery tickets to check. I got, look at these ones that I found. Bigfoot. See Bigfoot. So I got a few of those. We'll check them out. Figured it was a good day to get something like that. Got my Bigfoot mug. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. Still unpacking. Got some of my artwork down from Alaska. I'm going to put in the studio. Did you guys see my footy man I did? Look at that guy. There's lots of footy man inside the footy man. It's a whole footy man, footy man. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Bradley. How's it going? Yeah, it's time to celebrate. Yay! It's awesome because when you get your blood work checked every 3 months, just about the time you kind of get it off your mind and stuff, it comes back and you have to get it checked again. And so then it brings all that stuff back to the forefront. And so now I can, only have to deal with it twice a year. So that's exciting. So it's really super good news. Really, really, yeah, great results. So everything looks good. So yeah. Hey, Pyromedic, how's it going? Yay. Did you? Did you do a stinky in the Bigfoot house? I have to go and watch tonight. Are you talking about my rant, Pyro? Yeah, I may have ruffled some feathers. We'll see. But those who know me get it. So hopefully I yeah, I don't know. Hey, Nana Boss, how's it going, Marty? Good to see you. Raymond, hey. Kathy, welcome, welcome. So yeah, it's a big celebration. Potta, potta, potty. Yeah. So for those of you that have just joined, I have getting my blood work done every 3 months. And now that I've just got my blood work done yesterday, got it all sucked out of me. It was the first time I really got super lightheaded too after some blood draw, but they had to take a lot for a lot of tests and stuff. But I went to every 6 months now, so that'll keep me from having that leukemia reminder right up my nose every time I turn around. So it's like, yay, time to celebrate. I always think of Daniela when I drink tea now. I'm think of her all the time for a different reason, but I always think of Daniela when I drink tea. She's, one of those quiet tea drinkers, and I'm a loud sipper. Miss her a lot. Anyhow, so look at this. We got some Bigfoot crosswords. Check that out. We're going to try these. I figured since yesterday was a good, I got good results. I might as well get some lottery tickets. And of course I got some for the big one. but apparently I think someone already won it in California. I wonder if they actually get close to $1 billion with their payout because it was so close to 2 billion. I don't know. Isn't that crazy? So that's exciting. That'll be fun. Oh, and I got this big box here we're going to open up. It's got bells. I wonder what's in there. It smells good. It smells really good. So what should we start with first? Is my ear falling? I got these little barrettes, but I have like baby fine hair, so everything just little barrettes and things just slide off it. Okay, let's do our lottery ones. Now, do I actually have to scratch the stuff? I don't know how to do these. Do you actually have to scratch it, or can you just scan the back? What do you think? I don't know how to do these. Scratch the bonus areas to reveal 2 additional letters. What the hell? Do I actually have to do a crossword? Maybe I should look at the instructions. That might help us get somewhere. What do you think? That might be the more intelligent route to go than just staring at it and hoping it comes to me. Gently scratch your 18 letters to reveal your 18 letters. Press the 2 bonus areas to reveal, oh my gosh, to reveal 2 additional letters. Scratch the corresponding letters on the puzzle. The letter E, for example, if the letter E is revealed in your 18 letters or bonus areas, scratch all the E's in the puzzle. Hey, I can understand that. All right. If you uncover 3 or more complete words in the puzzle, you win the prize indicated in the prize key. Not a winner? Enter this ticket for a second chance to win the top prize. Okay. Wow. All right, let's see. We're going to start with this one. What do you think? What do you think? Hey, Raymond. All right, let's do this. I got long enough nails. Ugh. Ugh. Sorry if that noise offends you. Should I just mute that? Let me mute that so that doesn't hurt. That's like nails on a chalkboard, and this kind of is nails on a something. Gary Spikes, hey. Hold on, I'm going to mute this because it's kind of annoying, right? It's a bit much. Let me do that real quick. Hold on. All right, there we go. Hey, Kathy, welcome. All right, so here we go. Here's our letters. I'll read them out to you. Here it is. So we got R, B, L, N, Y, E, I, H, S, P, X, Z, U, K, G, Q, W, J. And our additional letters are C and a V. All right. I didn't realize these were going to be that much work, tubers or critters. I don't think I'd have got these if this was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's work this out. Give me an R. 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 I just try and scan it? Let me try. Let's just try that. I'm going to try that first. Well, I can't say first because I already started scratching away. Oh, try the front. Wait. Okay. All right. Let's see. It may not. Come on. No? No? Nothing to scan? Alright, well, apparently we gotta scratch and sniff away. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. We'll work for it. So what y'all doing today? What you doing? All right, good. You guys are chatting amongst yourselves. I will go over here and let's see what letters we got. Well, look at all these letters on a crossword. Okay, so we got to find all the R's. We're working on the first one. Okay, we're going to get all these little R's. So the idea is as many words you get is how much you win. So we shall see. This is kind of almost like a bingo in a way. Yeah, I'm real excited. I'm only going to do one of these. I'll do them afterwards when it's all over and let you know. But this is going to take a bit. I got to find a B. Good lordy. An L. An L. There's two L's there. Alright. Okay. An N. This is like the, what do you call that? One show. Wheel of Fortune. But way slower and way more boring. Oh, there's an N there. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I had a little ranty rant of a bit. And I've been a little concerned with ruffling the feathers of the community. But there's a lot of things that I believe needed to be said. I'm looking for Y now. Not that many Y's, just one so far. But I really feel like if we get enough of the people together and do, treat it like a business. There's plenty of, wasn't there like a Bigfoot Inc. not too long ago where the guy made it a business to find Bigfoot. You know, like get a lot of those together. Get your trackers together. Get, your, like, Pat from Squatch Talk with the drone, Matt with all of his, photography information, Mark and Larry, get some of these teams together and this is not going to be good having me do this and talk at the same time and actually put, something together to find answers because I kind of went off on it's been 50 years and if the Patterson-Gimlin film is our best evidence really to date, we have failed utterly as a community. And so, but and I'd been really hard on Brent and Nikki and a few others that were doing, calling out the hoaxers. I was of the opinion that it wasn't going to help things. But then you have someone like the Unmentionable claiming they've got DNA and, oh, the government's been watching them all along. Oh, well, that would have been really good information, 10 years ago. Where was that 10 years ago? Okay, whatever. So, it kind of hyper launched me on the other side of the fence because that's not going to help. That is the reason why you have people like the Joe Rogans and the Josh Wolfs and all the comedians and different making fun of the Bigfoot community. You know what I mean? And so it would behoove us as a community to put forth a true, like, I'm not saying, I don't want that to come across bad either, that, that nobody's out there really invested, because they're doing their thing, but really get some more, like another PG film. Hey, Sharon Guy. Hey, Pearls. Sorry, I'm over here scratching my I got some lottery things because yesterday my blood work turned out good and I went to 6 months. Woo woo. Thank you. So I figured we'd have some fun celebrating, but this turned out to not be my idea of what I had in mind. So I'll do the rest of them later. I got 3 of them. So there's no way I'm going to do this. Do all 3 of them. And make y'all sit through that nonsense. I don't got the patience for that either. So we'll just try and get through this the best we can. Hey, we got 1 word. Tubers and footers, we got 1 word. So yeah, so I really think it'd be really good to get like a project manager, get an actual, project going. Not that people haven't done this and people don't do this, but I think the difference is getting all of, and that's where, people have had ruffled feathers with each other over different reasons or whatever. But I think if we could all just put all that aside and bring together that wide variety, you know, because then everybody's going to be watching you know what I mean? There's not going to be like all of them aren't going to agree to hoax something. All of them aren't going to agree to, you know, create more than what it is. You see what I'm saying? So if you get that kind of combination together, I think you're going to, you know, present, because we got our skeptic, we got our blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you're still a team. If you get that wide of a variety of people who do not think alike, who do not have the same methods and, you know, ways of it's gonna be good. I think you're gonna end up with something really worthwhile that even the mainstream would enjoy watching. Thank you, Gary Spikes. Thank you. Wow. Yay! Congratulations, Gary. Yay! It's a celebration time. Come on. All right. Oh my goodness. That's wonderful news. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's really cool. Really, really, really cool. We got one word so far, tubers and footers. Just doing a quick, because I lost track of where the heck I was. See, this is not going to be a good game for me to play while I'm doing this. So we'll just do one. A Q. How many words have Q in it? I mean, really? Okay, let's just go on. W. We're on to W. We got one so far. Oh, two. A tray. Okay. How's that? And a J. Yay. A J. That sounds good right now, actually. I should spark one of those bad boys up for celebration, too. Okay, a C. Ooh, we got another word. Tubers and flutters. Okay. Another. Do I see another C? That's a negatory. I need some vowels, you know. That would have helped tremendously. Like an A or something. Would have been great. A would have been great. We got what? Well, we did get a couple vowels, but they weren't the ones I wanted. Darn it. Okay, now we're on to our C. I think we only had one. Yep. V. Oh, what another great letter. Okay, not letters I would have chosen if I was on Wheel of Fortune. That's for sure. All right, so we got two words, and that is nothing. You need three. So we did win. Oh well. All right. All right, tubers and footers. That was fun. I think maybe just a little bit. I don't know. This one will go faster because we can scan these. So yesterday, when I got the good news, I went and got some lottery tickets. Hey, Ken Squatch, how's it going? And I thought, hey, might as well get some lottery tickets, right? Because I felt like I won the lottery. Okay. Look at that. This is probably going to go way faster. You get your little scanner on your phone, which is nice, so you don't have to wait. You can just do this, I guess, which makes it pretty handy. Don't make it a habit, that's for sure. Whoa. Okay. I gotta hold our ticket. Mm-mm-mm. Hold your ticket. I wonder what winning the lottery is like. You know, like winning the big jackpot. Hold your ticket. That must be something, man. That would change your life overnight. It's like that dude that sang that song, Richmond, north of Richmond. Excuse me. Like his life changed overnight. That must have been insane. Wow, we won! Tigers and Fighters! Look at that! All right, we'll save that. Scan another ticket. All right. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. All right. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. We won. We won. Hey, Judy Wheeler. How's it going? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was great news. Great news. So I went and got some lottery tickets. I thought that was a great way to celebrate. I think we should just open this box first. It's got a jingly bell in it. Listen to this. Oh, thank you, Pearls. You're so sweet. I need to figure out a way to get the comments to where they just scroll on the screen. I need to spend a little bit more time with this. Sure, there's a way to do it. Just looking if there's something that's like sticking out at me right now. Okay. Ooh, let's see what we got. Oh, sorry. I opened her up. Is it Jingle Bells? Okay, let's see. What did we draw for a card? Shine brightly. Stand out. Be proud. Individuality. Look at that. I love these boxes. I canceled all of my other boxes, so I only get this one now. I mean, there's only so many crystals a person can get. There's only, you know what I mean? Okay, the exclusive Call of Hecate collection. This is awesome. This is really awesome. Okay, I'm going to go through. I'm going to try like what I usually do is pull what's out of the box and then look on there. Okay, you guys up for that? Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a party. It's a party. This is a hymn to Hecate. The artwork in here is incredible. These glasses make it really bright. Really beautiful artwork. You can frame this stuff. What is this? Cauldron. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I am going to take these. Oh, wow. Okay, that's bright. Oh, my goodness. Okay, that really. Ooh, okay. In alchemical and magical tradition, my eyes are freaking out now. Maybe I'll keep them on. All right. In alchemical and magical traditions, the cauldron is a symbol of transformation and spiritual growth. It represents the alchemical process of purifying and transmuting base substances into a more perfected material. The cauldron's association with magic makes it a valuable tool for evoking subtle energies or calling the spirits with burnt offerings. What? This is hard to read. What does that say? With burnt offerings, fragrant incenses, or herbal infusions. Okay, sorry. Many myths often depict cauldrons as a means of steeping an immortality elixir. I don't think I'd want to be immortal. I'm sorry. Um, a philosopher's stone, or a potion to restore life to the dead. Oh, yeah, that's not something I would ever want to do. No, thank you. Much like, hasn't anybody seen those? Come on, that never turns out good. Much like the hidden aspects of the subconscious human psyche, the depths of the cauldron transmute collected and cherished oddities into a mysterious and magical concoction. Well, there you have it, tubers and footers. What do you think about that? Not sure what I think about that. That's that Catholic upbringing, I'm telling you. It always kind of. Sometimes I read certain things and it just gnaws at me, which is funny. I've got this orange uh, bliss, I think is the tea I'm drinking. So good. So get your tea and get your snacks because it's gonna get good. It's another YouTube channel I watch. This guy, it's a total gossip channel, but the way the guy delivers it cracks me up. I watch a lot of weird stuff, so. Oh, wow. This is Hecate. I am not going to read all that. Isn't that beautiful artwork? What I was thinking was like having a bunch of these framed and hanging them on the wall. And then when I did my Iron Dog stuff, I would put my Iron Dog banner up and then, have different artwork. Oh, my stuff is falling down. Tubers of butters. Let me get my ears back together. They're little barrettes. See? They're just little barrettes. You can clip them on a little hat. See? They're cute. I couldn't resist them when I saw them at the fair. And look at me, I'm looking like a librarian. Excuse me, did you all return your books on time? You like the cat eye glasses and then the cat ear? That was kind of what I was going for there. But okay, let's try this again. All right. All right. Yeah, I have that like super baby fine hair. So I can't, this is why I need a mirror or something in here. I can't wear barrettes and stuff. Here we go. There we go. All right, we got it back together. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you. Get it together, woman. Get it together. I think we got it together. We're doing good. This is the mug I got at that Rob Roy Menzies shop out there in Palmer, Alaska. He's become quite the superstar on Alex, the Small Town Monsters show. And Chook. That's good. Alaska is blowing up because of them. It's becoming like the super hot spot. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, this is cute, you guys. Look, no wonder why they were talking about cauldrons. We got a little tiny cute little cauldron. I don't know what to do with this. I need to learn this. I don't know, whatever. Keep saying that. That's why I canceled all the other ones, because I'm really not doing anything with it. So, whoa, this one's cool. They got like, look at that. They got little iron doggers. Patrick Vaughn, what's up? The man, the myth, the legend. Look at this one is really cool. Ooh, what is that symbol, I wonder? Huh. What is that symbol, I wonder? Wow. That is neat. That's cute. So I can burn stuff in there. Fancy. Maybe we should... I hadn't thought of that, tubers and footers, until now. Maybe we should try one of these things out there in the woods and see if something happens. Oh, that would be... Oh. Hey, it's Santa Claus. I hear a bell. Look at this. It's all in a nice little package. How cute. Ah, I love this box. That's why I kept this one. I like this. Oh, the incense. Is this chin? What do you say? I don't... Huh. Oh, it's got the same symbol that's on that cauldron. Sin, like cinnamon. Does smell like cinnamon. Okay, what else do we got in here? Oh, something with a little scroll with a tiny little key on it. Well, that's mysterious. Let's all get out. Yeah, let me put this up here first. Start dropping it. Ooh, we got some salts. These bath salts are wonderful. Or they're not bath salts, they're sacred salts. You could use them for bath salts. So you're supposed to take a bath and cleanse yourself with the salts, and they've got a herbal mixture with them, and so it's like helps cleanse you and purify you before you proceed with doing any kind of ritual or... Right. And so you get the package is designed to have an entire ritual all in one package with everything you'd need. So you'd make the offerings with like these herbs right here. Right there. So like it says Hecate offering herbal blend. Ta-da. Be really interesting. I don't know. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember who all was there for that unboxing I did, and it was about the trees. And we were reading it, and it was talking about how the trees are a portal. And that just blew my mind. Blew my mind. All right, let's see what else we got here. Here's our Queen of Witches spray. Well, there you go, tubers and footers. It's got this little sprayer. Suki suki. Here, let's put it on. Is there anything in it? Okay. Why not? What's it gonna hurt? It's supposed to help spray your area and give you all the good vibes and energies, and watch everything just shuts down. Ooh, gosh, that smells. Oh, delish. Queen of the Witches Aura Spray. That smells wonderful. Oh, nice. Cedar sage. See, so if we brought one of these packages out into the woods and did one of these ceremonies out there with the incense, the offering, the sacred salts, the whole 9 yards. Could be interesting. I'll try it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it to put it. And they give you stones too. I don't know what's what, so we're gonna have to read our little guide. That's pretty. Oh yeah. We do like the librarian thing. Oh yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Wonder what that is. Well, I've got a handy duty letter here that'll tell us what all this stuff is. Here's our bell. Look, see, this is a sign. Tubers and footers. I was watching Nikki's show the other day and she was walking and they had their bear bells on. Probably not for bears, but for cougars. Look at this one. Wow. Ooh. Look at that. Fancy. Very fancy. Okay. I'm gonna find out what all this stuff is about here. It's a nice package. Got a couple things more to go. Black sand. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Well. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Two, not one, but 2 hand-rolled calendars. See, that's what's frustrating about my mind, is it says words that do not belong together. Candles. It's a chemo brain. All right. Awesome. Well, there you go, tubers and footers. Oh, I'm supposed to read this. We'll read what it is that I got. Put it all back in here. I'm curious what this little letter thing is. I don't want to open it yet till I know what I'm opening. You know what I mean? Because if I have to agree to something that I may not agree to, you know, you just never know. Oh, here, look, I got myself a proper fan for when I'm out here, because it gets warm with the sunshine out here. We built the studio and thought, oh, it'll be great to have a roof, you know, with the open panels so I can get all the natural light in here for when I'm working on my artwork and stuff. Hey, Ed, how's it going? How you doing? But wow, Like when it rains, oh my gosh, you can hear it. It's super loud. When it's sunny, it gets warm in here. Mimo loves it. She comes in here for naps. She's learned how to open my door, as a matter of fact. Little brat. I've got a camera in here. You know, I got a camera installed in here, so someone comes in, I can tell. There's Mimo letting herself in. Interesting, huh? Oh, brat. Okay, let's see what we have here. Thrumming in the healing darkness, the call of Hecate can be heard amongst the jangling of her keys. She beckons us to hear her invitation. She is the keeper of keys, the anima mundi, and the guardian of the inward gates. She invites us to be reborn, to reclaim our power, and to break through the binds that block our progress. This is tripping me out. We have been molding this collection for over a year and cannot wait for these exclusive and handmade items to finally reach their new homes. Of the 81 Witch's Moon collections we have created in the previous years, this is one that will be sealed as among our favorites and most stunning. Join us in this Samhain season to heed the call of Hecate and awaken our wild and magical self. Well, what do you think about that, tubers and putters? That's interesting. Okay, so we got the hand-casted brass Hecate's cauldron. That is awesome. I'm trying to see. The cauldron was created to place offerings within, or to fill with black sand, so that you may burn stick incense. Okay. Okay. Well, So we got Cauldron, Book of Work, Shadows Reference, Black Sand, Hand Rolling, Dual Hecate, Spiral, Candles. Okay. Hand-stained Hecate's petition scroll. Hand-stained, rolled, and twined, this petition scroll was created for you to write down your intentions. This could be your overall goal for the journey you intend to begin. This beautiful petition has been lovingly created. Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so, we got Hecate's hanging bell. To accompany you during your Samhain rituals, we have included a pentacle bell strung on a thick piece of twine for you to hang. Before your rituals or meditations begin, ring your bell to pronounce that you have started your magical process. Interesting. You can also use this bell for calling forth Hecate or specific spirits and energies to assist you. See? Let's bring the bell out, tubers and footers. Let's try it. I'm willing to try anything. Okay. Okay, so that stone is a tumbled galaxy obsidian. Wow. Nice. Okay. All right, sacred salts. All right. There you go, tubers and footers. We opened that bad boy up. That's awesome. I'll set that aside. All right. Party on, Garth. There we go. Good job. Good job. Well, congratulations, tubers and footers. So our blood work, we were getting done every 3 months, and now it was really good. So now we're going to every 4 months or every 6 months. Judy Wheeler, howdy. Hi, Judy. There we go. Okay. Not looking at stuff now. Get back to the goods at hand. I'm not going to be on for long, I hope. I'll just chitty chat. I think there's a few people that have their shows tonight. I know Mark and Larry have their show. I believe Nikki's got a show coming out tonight. She was working on earlier. So I don't want to interrupt that at all. But I did want to get on here and let you all know that we have whooped some booty. Kicking leukemia's booty. Okay, I don't know about these glasses with the way that the lighting is, because it's like, haha. Oh, so again, did you bring your library books, students? Yeah. Ooh, and then you take them off and you get really blasted. Ah! 12 pearls. My cauldron is old cast iron, and it's my outdoor fire kettle and my icon. Awesome. I don't know what I'm doing with this stuff, but I think it would be really interesting. Dave Stewart, hey, good to see you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Oh, right. And Mogs and Stevie. Is it really? Is it Tuesday? Thursday. Oh my God. I'm here. What year is it? Mm-hmm. That was funny. Yeah. 5 shows are on at the same time tonight. Oh, see, that's difficult because I always just use my phone. So I'm always on my phone. Yeah, and sometimes I can't keep up with the chat, you know. That's pretty funny. Yeah, like I was saying, I did a rant the other day. It's really hard for me to multitask with all the mental issues I've had with the leukemia and stuff. So I'm not going to try and do that again. Excuse me. But I had a rant the other day, kind of, where I just expressed my frustrations and where I'm at with the whole topic of Bigfoot, and I was kind of worried that I, was going to ruffle a lot of feathers, and because there's a lot of people I really care about in the community, and I didn't want any of them to misunderstand what I was saying, because sometimes when I express myself and I think I'm saying something that makes sense to me in my head, it comes across like completely opposite from what I've from what I intended. And that is a nightmare to deal with, because then I get like, how would you, so anyhow, so it can get a little exhausting. So I hope it resonated okay, and it seems to have so far landed softly, as it should have. Yeah, Ed, it is easy to get misunderstood, and I find that happens a lot more often now than it used to. And so I understand my communication has changed, and I have a lot of frustrations finding words, even words that I know. Sometimes I'm just grasping, trying to find it in my head. So, but I really feel like the community, for the most part, would benefit greatly if the real respected footers that are out there come together. And even though they may not agree on a lot of things or be, good buddies or get along or whatever, I think if we looked at it like a business, like we're going to work, we all have the same end result goal in mind, right? But Pat said something, Squatch Talks said something in Brent's chat earlier that made a lot of sense. And when he said that, it really was like, or when he, typed it out in the chat, it was like, huh. It seems like, yeah, there is that aspect of there's a group that may enjoy the mystery of Bigfoot, and not want to lose the mystery, because once you start adding the scientific discovery part starts out, of it, where like this is how they, confirmed, then it kind of takes all the magic mystery kind of stuff away. So oh, here comes Mimo. So there's that aspect of it, so I can understand that group would want to hold on to, the myth of it, because that's kind of neat all on its own. But if the PG film is the best evidence we have since the 50s, don't mind Mimo, she's just going to stroll right through, we kind of haven't done ourselves much justice, considering what we all carry in our pockets. What we all carry in our pockets now is way more technology than what Patterson Gimlin had. So we should be able, if we pull the right groups together, and I'm not saying that there hasn't been expeditions that haven't produced, haven't done their due diligence. I am not saying that. But I was trying to get across of like overlaying maps, and, because they go and do their areas and their target areas and their research zones and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's all viable information, so that's what I was worried about after I did my podcast, that what I was saying was that no one should be out there just doing, like, when you hear like someone's had an encounter or whatever, and they go out and go scout the area, not to do that. That was not what absolutely was not what I was saying. And so I'm, because the people getting out into the woods, checking out these areas, that's important. That really is. But I really hope we could do something like Northwest Expedition just did a big expedition out to Portlock, and that, it kind of bummed me out, because the amount of money and resources just to get out to Portlock is tremendous. Just the amount of fuel, that kind of stuff. And I don't think the Portlock area is a viable area. You know, if you're sitting on the beach, I don't think they're going to have, and I mean, how many teams have been out there and haven't had squat happen? Like, how many more do we need to keep sending? It's not going to change that. That's not going to make it any different. So I think we need to change our approach altogether. And so if we treated it like a business and got like a project manager and pulled together some, databases and overlaying some maps and that kind of stuff. Because if all of these teams would bring all of their resources together, we would be able to get further, I think. And yeah, Pearls, it does. It takes money. Exactly. And so if all these teams are spending tons of money to go out to like Port Chatham and they don't have any results, that's, to me, money wasted and time wasted. So I really hope, yeah, people are just barely trying to keep their house afloat, much less pour any kind of money and time and resources into this. And that's why I think, like, if you can pull some people like my husband, my son, they're commercial fishermen. So they work all summer really hard, you know. Ugh, their work is really intense, but that leaves them the winter time to, do what they want to do and have other activities. They could even have other jobs. Um, so it would be beneficial to take people that can take like the National Geographic time away and go out and spend 3 months plus in an area. And that was something Carrie Arnold wanted to do really badly. You know, he really wanted to get a team together like he was doing. I mean, that was what he was trying to pull together. And that's why he kept trying to pull all these different teams together to produce something. Um, and like find these areas that don't have the human contamination element to it. Very remote areas. Um, and get a team out there and really, like the people say, they habituate them, all that kind of stuff. Well, if that's the case, then we should be able to get some really good evidence and really solid results, because it's only going to help protect them. you know if there's people that claim they know where grave sites are but they don't want to desecrate the grave, I they're not you're not going to live forever. Okay, and I hope this resonates well with people that are dealing with this. If this is really, if they're really having this issue where they've got, like they know they've got grave sites on their property, um, you're not going to live forever. Your family, generationally, even if it's generational land, may not own that land forever. So why not, while you're alive and have some kind of control of the situation and can, I don't want to say benefit from the results because that doesn't sound right, because you don't want to make money off of this kind of stuff, but when you finally produce solid evidence, it's going to help push the conversation in the proper directions that most of the people in the community want it to be at anyhow. So I really think it is important um, to do that. Sheila, right? We would, but the Bigfoot community have to be willing to work together, and that is the heart. You just, whew, yeah, to sum that up, that is the heart of what I'm saying. Yes, but it would be so beneficial if the teams could just put down whatever walls they've built up and make this happen and consolidate our efforts and our funds and our resources and really pull it together, because I know there's a lot of people that, for whatever reasons, may have issues with Pat on Squatch Talk. Why do I keep saying Squatch Talk? I don't know. Squatch Talk. But if he's got drone experience that's valuable, why not add that to the mix? Just why not? Let drop all the, and if all the researchers could agree to not push their opinions and stuff on one another while they're out there, do it, like, we could get somewhere. Dave Stewart, howdy. Probably said hello to everybody once or twice, but that's okay. Doesn't hurt your feelings, does it? I just think we could get along a lot. Right, pearls. Ironically, most are alone when they see one. Yes, like your experience would be absolutely terrifying. Carrie's experience, terrifying. There's plenty of people that have had these rattling experiences, but they were alone. And like, let's say you had a group go out to Headless Valley. Let's just say we picked like Headless Valley as one of the places to go check out and spend some actual time out there. It's got some horror stories. It's, all this stuff built up around it, all that kind of stuff. To me, that would be a prime area to go check out. It's got the stories. A lot of them are old. A lot of people haven't been out there, though. That's the key, is that it's just still untouched areas. So you're not going to get a lot of the outdoor um, issues. So, areas like that, I think, would be important to have a team out there. And that's key. If you have a team out there and you've got all this equipment, let's say something really bad started going down. You've got enough equipment with sat phones, all of that kind of stuff, to get the information out. You know what I mean? So we could actually do something. I think there's something about the metaphysical side with the subject that is worth um, looking into. Like that orb thing that I saw that one night. Like, what the heck was that? Um, I wasn't about to go wander out into the woods and where it landed, though. You know what I mean? But if we could get a team together that, when something like that happened, that would, you know, um, I mean, I would under other, but that night yeah, no, that wasn't happening by myself out there. So I think that would benefit everyone, because no matter how the story turns out, and let's say, like on the complete other end of the spectrum, that, like the black helicopters and the black SUVs and all that, well, that's another story itself. If that happens, then you've got that side of the story to have documented, and enough people there to witness it, that it becomes that these people are not, they've got their own thing going. So like I said before, they're not all going to agree to hoax something. That, I think, is key to pulling these different teams together, because when you pull different teams together that may not get along, and that would be really part of it, is that they really don't get along. They don't really see eye to eye on things. They're not going to be okay with hoaxing stuff together. So I think that, so then you're kind of nullifying and getting rid of different, elements and factors. And that's, I'm all about reducing all the factors and getting to the heart of something. And, and I think that's that needs to be done, you know. And I think we can actually start getting some answers, because we're, right now we're not getting anything. We're not going anywhere. So that would be really fun. And a lot of I think there would be a lot of this stuff. Smells amazing. Um, a lot of good tips, techniques. I would love to see, like, getting out there, trying Patrick Vaughn's method. Have Patrick out there working with the group, trying, with his method, his knocking method. Everybody doing their thing. Um, it's important. Right, Judy. Carrie, Carrie knew that the next step to understanding this. Yeah, yeah, he wanted everyone to be aware. And I think if we could, as a community, like, we've lost some big heavy hitters, Larry Batson, Scott Carpenter, um, we've and there's others. We've lost a lot of really, on the science end, Bendernagel, you know, in honor of what they were trying to find and get to the, we should carry that on in a proper, manner, and really put that kind of effort forth, because I think um, I think it's, I don't want to say it hasn't been done, you know, but prior to Carrie putting together the 168 expedition, teams were never brought together like that, and I really think a lot of valuable information was exchanged between one another. I don't know if Bradley's still here, but he was part of that, you know. Um, and just have enough people together that are well respected in the fields, in their own fields, in their own community, that you're not going to get bullshitted. You know what I'm saying? Does that? I'm not that I'm saying anybody's out there bullshitting. I'm trying. Yeah, it's just so weird to try and dance around. But I really think we've stalled, and we're just kind of just spinning our wheels, and listening to stories over and over and over and over and over again, um, as fascinating as they are. We can't just let PG be the only thing we have for solid evidence in all this time, right? Does that make sense? So I think if we could make it far more acceptable, oh, there's Mama, I better call her back. If we make it far more acceptable that there is a true effort to get some answers amongst the community, I think that will make the opinions of the community overall be more respected, because as many of you know, the Bigfoot community is a big joke to the world, even more so than the alien community and the ghost communities and that kind of stuff. So, if we can start taking more of these scientific approaches and things like that. Right, Sheila? If there are people that don't want us to get answers, then we are going to bump up against that. We'll have enough people there to corroborate, and that is a story, right? That right there is a story that needs to be told, that we're going to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I mean, it's gotten to the point, like I was saying in my rant the other day, that alien evidence. Do we really need the government to say that this is true? Look at what happened with aliens. No one gave a crap because it's been so long. People are like, whatever, we already knew. Shut up. So what? So what? Oh, you're just now going to finally admit it. Whoop-de-doo. We don't want that to just lie on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? So if we just keep pushing that envelope, and if the government has some collective silence, then we're going to find out. If everybody's clouds and their phones and all of their, if that entire team's stuff go, then that is going to be a bigger story than the story we are currently telling right now. I hope that is making sense. I think, okay, I got a helicopter overhead. How often do I have helicopters fly over my house in Eugene, Oregon? Not very often. And out there in the cabin, sure. Okay. So if we're rattling feathers, good, good, good. Then we're getting somewhere, then, right? I mean, that would be a good, valid story, and a good, like, you would have solid proof, like right there. Okay. If that was, like, I didn't go out and look, it could have been there's plenty of rich people that live around here. Trust me, Nike ain't too far from here. We've just got Oregon Ducks. We've got coaches. We've got all that stuff flying in and out of Oregon. So it is not feasible that a helicopter would be flying around. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't a good, it was funny, but not quite. But you see what I'm saying? If they were out there remote, if you had this team out there remote and that started happening, that would be a story. If the entire team's evidence was all of a sudden disappeared, that would be an interesting detail. But either way, you're pushing the narrative further and further and further along. Like, I don't know how I feel about a body, because National Geographic is able to go out there and get plenty of video evidence of animals that you don't have to have a body to know that they exist, right? So it took time for them to get snow leopards on video. And if National Geographic took that amount of time and effort to get it on video, you know, maybe that would be something to maybe reach out to them and say, hey, please put your effort into this with us. Wouldn't that be something? Now, wouldn't that be something to actually get a respected, what would you call it, industry, whatever, a respected name involved that had the backing, that had the resources, that had all the potential that you need to pull this off? That would be awesome. People would want to see that. I think people would be intrigued by that. If you could get to a point like they do with animals, where that researcher is there so much that they don't care anymore. Then they're just used to Bob sitting over there. So what? Bob's over there. I'm still going to go eat. Um, that's what you want, right? You want to see, like I was saying, what kind of evidence we need. We need to see, mating, eating, birthing, these kind of things where you can't fake, certain movements, motions, actions. Um, irrefutable, irrefutable proof. I don't think we need a body. Science says we have to have a body, but I don't think we do. I think if we could produce enough of the proper results and with the proper tactics, I think it can be done. And if they are intelligent creatures, like or creatures, beings, whatever, um, even better, even better. We've got more to work with there. Yeah, Ed, the only solid proof will have to be a body. I mean, for scientific to say this is how their biology works, yes. Yes. But if we could get to the point where we're able, if people are habituating them, maybe we could get to a point where when one of them dies, that it could be donated to science. I don't know. Like, this all sounds crazy and way out there, but we need to have these conversations. you know um I if you got a body, what are you going to do with it? Like, that's important. I really firmly believe if someone had a body, don't be quiet about it. Run it into the middle of your town square where everybody has one of these, right? And they're going to get out there and they're going to get some video. They're going to have their own audience, and so if all, it's getting warm in here, if all of those videos disappear and the the men in black show up, well, there, you've even got more proof of that. Like, if a whole town, if that happens to a whole town, I'm telling you, people that never believed in Bigfoot are going to be way on board and be like, wait a minute, I saw that, I was there, I got video. Now I know for a fact I had that video. I know I shared it, I know I saved it, and it's gone. I think that would be really, that would be something that's going to get attention. And the more attention you get in that regard, the harder it is to hide. Okay, so if men in black are hiding, it's going to get to a point where you're going to make it harder for them to hide it. You see what I'm saying? So, let's push those protocols then. Let's, if every state law enforcement have these strict protocols, let's push it then. Let's make, prove that that's what's going on. Because the more we say it, the more we sound tinfoil hat. But if we've got solid evidence of this that other people are able to corroborate with as well, that's kind of hard to dismiss. Bam, exposed. Exactly. And that's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Why not? Why not push the envelope? Why not, make people uncomfortable with what we're doing? I think that's important, because we've been too comfortable with where we're sitting right now, and we're not getting anywhere. So we need to do something. Yeah, it depends on who you're listening to. And that's why I'm saying, if we got all these different groups together that normally do not work together, do not corroborate together, it's going to be harder to it will be harder to dismiss when all of them say this happened, because you're not going to get people to agree to hoaxing on that across the board like that when they are not on the same page together to begin with. You see what I'm saying? So that's, I mean, I've really put some thought into this, and that's why I've kind of pulled these factors together, because you start eliminating some of the poisonous issues with making the subject unbelievable for others. Because once you start taking those factors out, then it will cause pause, you know, because then you can't deny that that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, these two are not going to get to a point where they're like going to be, okay, buddy, we're going to do that, you know? So I think, and especially for the species, because then you can truly, because look at what has happened with the places that have proven or been able to get their localized government. You know, they do get protections. There's, you know, like it says you can't hunt swamp apes in the Florida rule books. I think they did that in, what was it, Montana or one of the other states, um, because of one of the researchers that was adamant and, you know, kept pushing and made it a recognized, you know, like, at least let's get some protections just in case. You never know, but at least. And so, you know, so if people are afraid, well, it's only protected them actually. So Washington and Montana, I believe. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. So I really think that if we can get, you know, if people know where there's a burial, well, let's get out there and dig it up. If um, you know, if they're worried about desecrating a grave, well, we're not desecrating it because we're not robbing it. We're not causing it ill will. We're not, the intention isn't dark. The intention is answers. So it's not like the museum, you know, if we could get that into the museum, like they still haven't found the missing link, you know, things like that. There's a lot of people that think that that Bigfoot is the missing link. Wouldn't that be interesting? Like, this is fascinating. What if they are like some kind of Neanderthal, um, Denisovian offshoot that, you know, we didn't, you know, also there's so much stuff out there that we don't know that we could actually start getting some answers to and find all, you know, regardless, you're getting somewhere further than where we're at. And if it is a shut up or else situation, and a cover up tactic, there will be so, the group that will be together are gonna, like I said, if all of them agree that, look, all of our phones were wiped, all of our drives were wiped, all of our equipment went blank, all of us saw these guys, they all approached us, that's going to be a bigger story on its own too. So, you know, like I said, regardless of what angle this, um, whatever happens, it's going to push the story and get more answers than what we have right now. Because what we have right now is just the same narrative being told, you know, the same blurry pictures, the same kind of, well, it could be, maybe not. Um, like, we want those clear shots. Even with the Patterson Gimlin shots, they have to be stabilized and this and that and this and that, da, 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 and you're, you know, then you end up with this thing so far from the original. So, um, And I think there's enough respected researchers out there that if they get together, people are going to listen. They're going to, it's not going to be like finding Bigfoot, because the time. Finding Bigfoot, they're out there, they hear an encounter, they go there, investigate for a night, and okay, well, blah, 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 and they're gone. This is a group that's willing, that they've got, they're willing to get out there for 3 months at a time, you know, time, put time in. And that's really hard for most people to be able to pull off. But I think we can get enough people from those different groups, like I was saying, like my husband and my son, they could dedicate and are willing to dedicate 3 months of their time. And my son and my husband are extremely skeptical. My son has got a very scientific, analytical mind, so he could look at things and tell you the physics behind a lot of things. So if we could pull together enough of the people from all the different groups that are able to pull that time together, then we're going to find something. You know, I think that's where we met. Ed, have you ever had an encounter? I've had a lot of experiences that are that fit the narrative. I can't say 100% that that's what it was. Like, I found tracks out in remote Alaska, and followed them for miles. And, they were huge. They dwarfed my bunny boot. They were the distance of my snow machine, ski tip to track, um, as far as the gate. And that's to me, like, that's hard to hoax because of where it's at. Could it have been? Well, I guess it could have, but the likelihood is pretty slim, So when you start taking out variables, that I think is important, to areas of finding. So would that be a good area? Probably, because there's been a lot of mushers that have had crazy encounters out there. There's most of the locals there know of wild man. Those are the areas you want to be in, where they have enough randomized encounters, enough um, evidence, footprints, different things that, that way they're not just out there blind throwing into stones into areas. But yeah, I think that, like an area like that would be really good. The area like where Fred had his encounter. If we can get a team up the Oshagak River, the Noosh, as the fishermen call it, up in Alaska. Um, things like that. I think it'll be really, really um, valuable to further the subject, because what we're doing right now hasn't produced results, or at least the ones that like Patterson Gimlin keeps getting tossed around, and that seems to have withstood the time. If there was a suit, in my opinion, we would have seen it by now. If someone hoaxed the Patterson Gimlin and actually pulled that off, they would be so proud of that fact, they would produce the suit, right? So, I'm just really interested in getting us somewhere, and in our lifetime being able to see see that happen. See that happen. You know what I'm saying? Um, Aw, thank you, Pearls. You're so sweet. And I heard repeated calls so loud it shook me on the insides. No doubt to me what it was. It was in, how do you say that, Houghton, New York? Very rural, wooded area. Okay, yeah, Ed, when I heard the vocalizations that I heard, I felt it through my chest. Um, it's very different than hearing a moose bellowing, elk bellowing, because their bellows can carry for long distances, but you don't feel it rattle through to your bones. You know? So I think, um, like, those are the little parts of people telling their stories that I think is valuable, because everybody, that have had encounters, that have heard different things, have information that's valuable to share, um, that we can all learn about. Because once you start understanding, okay, so if their vocalizations are able to, now here we're getting into the metaphysics, but hear me out on that. There is science to metaphysics. So if their vocals are able to cause a frequency shift, let's say, or disrupt matter, like even cause water to vibrate, um, that's disrupting matter, right? We can all agree that's not magic. So let's say if their vocals are able to do that, and if they were an intelligent being, if they had, like you hear of all these fantastical sounding abilities that some of the elders had back back in the days, you would think, wow, that just sounds magical and fantastical. um, so I think there's more on the metaphysical side to them that's worth exploring. I know, like, I'm kind of on the fence with that Dr. Johnson dude. It's so funny because my doctor has the same name, Stephen Johnson. So funny. Yeah, they're not the same person. Um, it would be interesting to take a group of us to his retreat, don't you think? Is that something I think that the group would love? Hey, Sasquatch, Wizard Adirondacks. Oh, howdy. Wouldn't that be interesting? Um, just just to see what they experience. Let's say, because everybody's like, oh, it's bullshit. But let's say you take a bunch of hardcore skeptics out there and they have some crazy experience. Wouldn't that be fascinating? I think so. I think so. Like, let's start pushing our comfort zones as a community, you know? Why not? What's it going to hurt? I think we're getting close to show times. I do not want to disrupt that. I hope I haven't already overlapped any show times going on. Um, but I really appreciate you guys being here celebrating with me. Yay! Woo, woo, woo! We're on to it. I got my school coming up. This is going to be awesome. I'm so excited. I'm super duper excited about where we're going. And that's another thing. What if I could get to a point where I've brought it to Harvard's attention and have, Harvard looking at it? Wouldn't that be fantastic? Like, come on, let's let's get somewhere. I feel like we're just spinning our wheels and not going anywhere. So that'll be fun because I'm going to talk about it in the chats and in our discussions when it's appropriate. So it'll be, who knows? You never know. You never know. Yeah, Ed, I made a huge, massive leap of faith. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. Um, and I applied for Harvard Business Online, and I told myself if I get accepted, this is going to be my sign that I'm going in the right direction, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, and that not giving up. I'm still trying to get somewhere. So, and then when I got accepted, oh my gosh, I was elated, super excited. So I'm back to being excited, but after a while, I kind of got scared and I intimidated myself out of that particular class because I was supposed to. Yesterday would have been my first day of school, so but I chickened out, but now I re-signed up for a different class and I'm excited. So it's all business stuff. So I'm trying to get in on the low end. I have a IT computer science background. So I've been a programmer. I've supervised programmers. I've been a director of a global IT organization. I've just been the whole gamut, computer operate all the way up through network, database. I mean, I have literally put my hands on every aspect of IT that has been out there, security, all of it. So, with all of that background, I would really like to get into like AI, um, all of that, and definitely more of the higher end processing and stuff like that. So, ooh, electronic technician, right on, Ed. That's awesome. Yeah, you got the smarts for that. Yeah, it's good stuff. I just, it's so funny because my mom was a real estate broker and she brought home her computer when back in the 80s and not many computers, and she had this Apple computer and we've had different computers when my mom was in um, as a broker and stuff, but I started hacking into her because she wouldn't let nobody touch it. She would not let us touch it. So I learned how to hack into her computer. And so, as a little smartass that I am and was, in my family, we have a good joking, jokester kind of relationship. I, I changed her icon to where it would stick its tongue out at her when she logged on. And she knew something was up. she she knew. So I kind of had like a natural um, ability. My son has it even more so than I ever did with computers. And so I went at a very young age. We had a tech school for high schoolers with that had a higher, high. You couldn't just go into the tech school. You had to have your grades and all of that together. So luckily, I went through tech school at a very young age. And before I was even graduated, before I was 18, I was working at Standard Oil in their computer room. So you know, I loved my career and I miss it very much. And it was a huge part of my identity. So, um, I would love to get even if I could do it part time, I would love to get something like that back. Hey, Sovereign Cosmic Wildman, welcome. So I just yeah, I've just been on this huge push, and the audience, the tubers and footers that are, have been going along, have watched this massive push. And like I began with just trying to get out of bed every day. I'm in bed still over 50% of the day. I'm having to lay flat and I'm stuck in bed still right now. But I absolutely refuse to give up. I absolutely refuse to give up. I've given in many times, but I've not given up. And so, that's what this journey, this whole Iron Dogger channel has kind of been about, is that Iron Dog um, will, that Iron Dog spirit. It's everybody that's raced this particular race. This race here, if you're not familiar, is the world's longest and toughest snowmobile race. And Missy and I were the first women's team to finish it, and we remained the only women's team to finish it for 22 years. And um, we had just this past winter had the second women's team to finish the Iron Dog. So that was really exciting. Hopefully, like I plan on doing a lot of Iron Dog interviews and stuff on the channel. So I've got a lot of plans. I've got a lot of hope. There. That's kind of like this whole journey that we're on together. You know. So that's what this is all about. And I've had some Bigfoot experiences, so I've got dabble in that. So I've just got like this little melting pot of different things. But I really, I just, my big baseline, like if you were gonna say like what this channel is about, is never give up. That would be like, if I was gonna sum up everything that I'm doing, that's it. Don't ever give up. I don't care how bad it looks. Like my doctor and I were talking about this, and I really wished I would have recorded this, because sometimes when people say things out of their spur of the moment, I don't want to say, "Oh, can you repeat that for the?" I just don't want to do that, because it doesn't. But in those moments, they are just amazing, and those moments are beautiful. And like she said, um, my story, is I should not be alive. I should not be alive. She had never heard of anyone living that only had two hemoglobins left in their blood. So, am I a miracle? That's like she said. That's what qualifies as a miracle. When you defy medical odds, you're in miracle territory. When we asked like what level my cancer is, she couldn't answer because it was impossible. Like you're, you've you're gone. I can't put you in you're not in a category. You're in a this shouldn't be existing categories. So, and like she said, it was that will, that Iron Dog determination that did it. That, from the get go, the moment she told me, I just was like, all right. And like she said, she told me what I had to do, and I did it. And I really didn't hesitate. And it's, I'm not, uh, like, I don't want to take away from anybody that's had it and hasn't, wasn't able to survive or anything like that. I don't want to say that, they did anything wrong or didn't do anything right or anything like that. But it's just happened. And so it's a story that needs to be told. And I felt like I could write it, but that's not the same as having people actually experience it with me, walking this journey, walking this walk, like we're side by side. You guys are right here with me. Tubers and footers are right here, right side by side, and we're going. Hey, Drake. And so thank you, Sharon. And thank you, Pearls. That's what it's all about. You know, it's about making memories together. And boy, what fond memories we have made together, right? Like we're we're making huge strides. So I I'm just so thankful that you guys have all been here. You guys have all made this possible. I was able to get that blood work done. It passed because of all of this awesomeness. So thank you. Thank you all so much for being a part of this journey. I cannot express my love for you guys. It's just over the moon. So thank you. I just love you guys tremendously. So let's get out there. I think we got some shows that have already started. Oh, I'm in trouble. Tubers and putters. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. I love you guys so much. So I'm not sure when I'm going to do my next live or whatever. I like to be random, but hopefully we'll meet up again soon. I know I'll see you guys in all the chats soon. All right. Well, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and celebrating this awesome moment with me. It's a big deal. So I just love you guys so much. Thank you, tubers and butters. You have an awesome night. We'll see you soon. Toodles.